So phone in at 8 o'clock, and then I think another chunk at 9. And then we're
is that right? So it's 8 o'clock on the dot, is it?
8 o'clock.
We've got time, I think.
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes.
If you want to give us any calls, 0191 232 6565.
Radio Newcastle, the BBC for the North East.
On the show today, we have the man who broke the story of Northern Rock in the studio to answer your questions.
I wonder really, Earl said, were you really a journalist with an ego who saw personal opportunity? And indeed, looking back at the events that it triggered off, would you do exactly the same again?
I guess we all have egos. Others will have to judge whether mine is bigger or more of a problem than most people's.
On a lighter note from Linda Holt in Newcastle, she says, as Robert Peston is now as famous as Jeremy Paxman, perhaps they would consider collaborating on a cookery programme under the title Paxo and Pesto. Ever considered it?
It's a brilliant title.
Back to Northern Rock. What would Mr. Peston say to Adam Applegarth if he met him in a lift? Said Tom.
Oh dear, I better try and say something that's broadcastable this time of the morning. I suppose I'd want to know, did he ever, wake up in the middle of the night and think to himself, gosh, maybe we're doing things in a slightly dangerous way, and if he didn't do that, why not?
In the last few minutes, Northern Rock shareholders have lost a High Court bid against the government's compensation scheme.
Sitting in the sleazy snack bar, sucking sickly sausage rolls.
I mean, it's been a busy couple of days, but fun.
Cause the fog on the tide is all mine, all mine. Fog on the tide is all mine. Fog on the tide is all mine, all mine.
What stands out for me is just meeting so many people who care passionately about their local economy and care passionately about local businesses, including Northern Rock. And I guess it's just a really useful reminder that my job isn't about numbers exclusively. It's about real people, real lives, the sort of fabric of the country.
Right, Peston. Tomorrow morning's front pages now. We begin with The Guardian. See there that Duffy won 3 awards at the Brits. Brown targets Switzerland and global tax haven crackdown. Moving on to the Times, hunt for Stafford and his billions. Again, a picture of Duffy. We must print more money, says the bank, and their Tiger Woods' new baby on the right-hand side. The Telegraph, rail users protest at highest fares in Europe. And get off Facebook and get a life, says Doctor. The Daily Express, he is a fanatic, Abu Qatada. The Daily Mail, preacher of hate hits the jackpot. And finally, the Financial Times, World Bank chief urges EU to lead support for Eastern Europe. Well, that's all from Newsnight. Well,